Hey YouTube, it's OG Kicks 86. That's Kicks with a Z, coming back with another sneaker review for you guys. Today we have an Air Jordan 5 Retro. This one is called the Golden Ticket. So this is actually a woman's release, and this came out back in January. It was right around $200 for on the retail side. So again, it came out in January. I liked the shoe, and I was gonna buy it to do a sneaker review, but I saw there was not a lot of interest in it, so I was like, let me, let the price go down. So I actually bought this in April off of a website called Feature.com. I've never bought anything from there, but I always research my online stores, make sure it's a physical location and that it's something legitimate. So, anyways, I did go on Feature, so they are a legitimate site and all that. Some of you guys might have heard of them. I never had, so that's why I did my due diligence. But anyways, I got them there for 150 bucks. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So nothing too crazy on the box, just a standard Jordan 5 box. This is a women's release, but I really did like it, so I went ahead and picked it up. So this is women's Air Jordan 5 Retro, and the colors are Earth slash Metallic Gold Dash Sail. Let's go ahead and get this box opened up real quick. Again, nothing to write home about on these as far as on the packaging or anything. They do come individually wrapped, but it's just basic tissue paper that comes out on standard Jordan releases. So we'll go ahead and push that back here, and then we'll go ahead and start looking at the shoe. Just a quick note. As I've gotten older, I've started to appreciate Jordan 5s a whole lot more. So when I saw this, I saw that it had the brown and the gold right here, and I thought it just had enough touches to make it different. And for some reason, I really like this gold tongue. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on, especially on the price as well. And then you also got the bottom here. It's a little of it's a milky color bottom, which I've said in the past. I don't mind this because this is how shoes are going to get either way. So never a huge deal. I don't know if you guys saw the Jordan 6 review of the white Oreos, but those, I think they were released 2 years ago. They've never been on feet. I just picked them up because it was a great deal, and they already started yellowing. So, again, just something to be cognizant of whenever you're picking up shoes or you're worrying about yellowing. Materials on this is, let's say, pretty good. I mean, for a Jordan 5, they're not like plasticky or super hard, so I would say that's pretty good. And then you also have the plastic mesh here that always yellows. This does kind of have like a sail tint to it already. Kind of matches the sole of the shoe, so I like that. Again, this is usually on Jordan 5s what yellows right away. And then the other cool part is the 23 here. It is stitched on there, so you can see that. And I should actually say embroidered because it is embroidered all the way through. So, but overall, very clean shoe. Again, you have the sail on here as well. The laces are kind of a cream, very light cream color. And as I'm looking at it, I can't tell if they look like that because they are, or if it's because it's surrounded by the cream color on the shoe as well. So the upper is leather, and then you also have like your touches of gold hits on here as well. Your pillars in here inside the air unit, they are actually white. It's kind of hard to see, but I guess you'll have to take my word for it. They're actually white. You really can't see them that clearly, but overall, I think they did a really good job with these. Again, it is a woman's shoe, so it goes up to I think a size like 11 or something like that. Drop it down in the comments if you know the size that these went up to, but they don't come in extended sizes. So I really don't care if it is a woman's shoe or it's labeled that way. If it's a clean shoe, it's a clean shoe. And one of my gripes is that sometimes on the women's pair, they do such a great job, and sometimes with the men's, it's not quite up to par. So that's one of the frustrating parts with Jordan. And honestly, in my opinion, I don't even really think you should have male or female on the sizing because it really doesn't matter. A good shoe is a good shoe, and Jordan is really the one that you can kind of point to, like as long as it's a good shoe, people are going to go out there and buy it. Look at the Alma Menieres, right? Maybe not now, but when they first started, they were in women's sizing, and people didn't seem to care. this is a very comfortable shoe in my opinion. I think that's why I started leaning more towards Air Jordan 5s as I've gotten older. The versatility on these, I think this is a shoe that you can actually wear with shorts or pants. I know I've always said that I stay away from wearing a high top shoe with shorts, but I think this is one of the few that I'll make an exception for, especially this shoe in particular. I mean, you know, I want to be able to see that. I think that just pops. So um, that's one of the other reasons I would say it for this one. Let me see the insole real quick. I'll take it out for you guys so you can check it out, see what color it is, and see if it's anything special. I doubt it. And there it goes. It's just the brown as well with the Jordan Jumpman on here. So as far as my final thoughts on these, I think these are a great shoe. Like I said, definitely a pickup. Maybe not for retail. And something kind of funny or kind of weird that when I was looking it up on StockX, because I always do before I do these videos, just to maybe help somebody out if they're kind of on the fence about it. I think the biggest size they had was a 10.5 in women's. This is actually a size 11, which is a 9.5 in men's. And it was for 222. So it was slightly above retail. But I went on Shoe Palace and they actually still have this size 11, women's, which is 9.5 in men's. And they were actually selling for $119. So kind of odd. I don't know, if these are really popular or what's going on because of the pricing on StockX. Again, we just use it as a way of kind of seeing where the shoe's doing on the marketplace and hopefully help somebody make a final decision on these. But if you are looking for 9.5, and I did see they had maybe like a size run from like size 8 men's up to a 10 on a Shoe Palace, and they were all listed for the 119 as of the making of this video. But overall, like I said, excellent shoe, especially if you can get it below retail. If you really like the colors, I can tell you based on the quality, you can definitely go and pay maybe just a little bit above retail. By a little bit, I mean like maybe $20, if that, if you really like the colors. But other than that, I think it's just an excellent shoe. So that is OG Kicks 86. That's Kicks with the Z, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.